Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Welcome to Monday Momentum.
With Sarah and Julia coming from the West Coast and the East Coast. It's 7 a.m. on the West Coast and 10 a.m. on the East Coast. And I am Juliaflynnwerre coming to you this morning with Monday Momentum.
I'm Sarahcoolidge.
And there's Sarahcoolidge. There she is right there. If you would like to join the hangout, go to makesomemoneyhoney.com and click the big orange button, or ceospacewest.com and join the live events. Sarah, say good morning to everybody.
Good morning. It's a little chilly here in California, at least where I am, but we're celebrating because we've had a big drought, as you may have heard, and a big fire right where we live, and we were all in danger last week of perhaps having to evacuate, and evacuating where we live would be a messy, tough job, though I'm sure it is no fun no matter where you are. And we've had 2.5 days of rain, so we're all thrilled. The fire is, as far as I know, just about controlled, and we have a nice soaking in our ground, and that's good for the beginning of ski season, and of course it's good for everything when you've had a drought. So we're happy here.
Awesome. I am very excited to hear that as well. I'm glad to hear the good news. I'm trying to make sure that everybody gets their time on camera this morning. I'm having a little bit of lag time, not sure why. You will notice that Sarah is wearing a Santa hat, and you'll notice that behind me, right behind me, is my Christmas stocking, well, my husband's Christmas stocking hanging up, which is a little preview of what we're going to be discussing this morning. Sarah, can you tell them a little bit about yourself before we get started? I'd love to hear a little bit more about you.
Well, thanks, Julia. So my name, again, is Sarahcoolidge. I work with CEO Space, and you can, whoops, maybe not. There I am. I was going to say, what happened? So right here below, you can see my website, which is another way you can get in to click the big orange button if you need to join us live. So CEO Space is an organization that helps entrepreneurs and business people grow their businesses, and I work very closely with them. And out here in California, I'm in the Lake Tahoe area region, Reno, Lake Tahoe, and spend a lot of time working one-on-one with entrepreneurs and helping them move ahead. If you are interested in learning more about that, please go to my website. We have local meetings, and we also have this wonderful Monday morning hangout that we do every Monday at 7. The idea behind that is just to get us up and get us running, because a lot of us work from home. A lot of us maybe work on our own and wear a lot of hats. And we need support and love and help to keep going. Otherwise, we can get lonesome, or we can get distracted by doing our laundry or cleaning our house when we should be working. We can get overwhelmed by trying to do too many different things and being experts at them all. So if we can start our week out in a great way, Monday morning, 7 a.m., get up and get going, just like you would be if you had a job. At least in California. In the East Coast, you can sleep a little later, maybe. That's the idea behind our hangout. So we're so glad you're here, and thanks for joining us. And back to you, Julia.
Thank you so much. Well, I want to say welcome to lindakaye. Hi, lindakaye from New Hampshire. Are you there this morning?
Good morning, Julia. I am, and I am so glad Sarah cleared up that hat, because I was, looking at it thinking, wow, did I lose a couple of months? What's going on?
Too funny.
More.
We thought today we would talk a little bit about something that is a recurring theme and comes to me quite often from a lot of my different clients, which has to do with planning ahead and with really keeping your head in the game and keeping yourself moving forward. Again, the momentum theme, moving forward. So this morning I want to bring to your attention that we are 3 months away from December 29th. And what that means to you and to me as an entrepreneur is that we are 3 months away for the launch of a new year, a new fiscal year for some of us. But more often than not, we're 3 months away from there being some time where we're not actually planning for our sales cycle. And that can be a drought. Linda, have you ever experienced that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, Julia.
No idea, right?
No clue. Oh my gosh. I think you hit the nail on the head here, really planning forward 3 months in advance. It's probably something most entrepreneurs are not doing. They are getting by day. It's just like if you had that job and you were living paycheck to paycheck. I think a lot of entrepreneurs are in that same boat, in that they're not planning for next year. And this is the perfect time to start doing that. So,
Absolutely.
great topic.
Well, it really comes to me from a place of my sister Laura, who works in a dental practice, and she loves Christmas so much that every 25th of the month, she's constantly telling you how many months it is till Christmas. It's July 25th. It's Christmas in July. Well, it kind of hit me when it became September 25th, because I realized, wow, we are 3 months away. And I've been either an entrepreneur or a straight commission salesperson since I started in business, which was 1988. I shouldn't be telling anyone the year, right? But ever since I first got into sales, I had to start thinking about what was going to happen. And this is kind of a weird thing for me. I will share this with everyone. When you're self-employed, your boss is very, very flexible in what you can wear to work and what hours you can work, but she or he may not be real generous with a Christmas bonus. Do either of you know what I mean?
When you have a job, he or she might not be so generous with that Christmas bonus either. Yeah, I get it completely. This is a fabulous, perfect topic.
Absolutely. Well, I remember when I was waitressing, again, the restaurant theme, but I was waitressing a million years ago. We received a gift certificate to a local grocery store to get a turkey. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Just for coming to work, they gave me this coupon for a turkey. Now my boss, she's really stingy. She doesn't give me any turkey. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where I realized as an entrepreneur, as a self-employed person, as a business owner, that I really need to be nicer to myself, and I really need to be nicer to my clients this time of year. Now, I will share with you that over the years, I have always sent a gift to my clients for Christmas. Almost always it's gourmet chocolates, and I really love doing that. Just as a little tip, if any of them are watching.
Yeah, there might be some.
And these are clients that I'm talking about that have been multi-thousand-dollar clients over the years that I could afford to do this with. I would pick about 5 or 10 of them, and I would go to Costco, and they have these 2-for-1 gourmet chocolates in a box for about $9, and I would package those up. Now, by the time you're done wrapping them and shipping them and all that stuff, your gift is now $25. But that, and then some of my other clients, I would send them a gift card, like to, hi Carol, I would send them a gift card to, like through restaurant.com or something, just to remember my clients. But if we think this morning, hi Faith, good morning, if we think this far in advance of what you want to be doing for your clients, or maybe consultants that are working with you or things like that, you want to be giving them something to acknowledge them. So if you're thinking today in September about what you want to do in December, then the impact of that won't be so strong. Have you ever done anything like that, Linda? I'm going to go to Linda first, and then I'm going to bounce back over to Sarah.
Can I interrupt just a minute and say to all our wonderful guests that please mute yourself until it's your turn to speak, because we get a lot of background noise and stuff going on when we have 5, 6, 7, 10, 25, 50, 100,000 people in here. And it's fabulous that you've joined us, but please go up to the top of your screen, and a bar will show up, and there'll be a chance for you to mute yourself. And then if you would do, yep, I can see that a couple of you have done it already, just to help us with the background noise. And then, you know, Julia, when she talks to you, just unmute and you'll be able to answer the question. Thanks. Sorry for...
Thanks, Sarah. You're so awesome. Well, I think Linda bounced out for a minute, so I'm going to ask you, Sarah. Have you ever done anything like that where you've wanted to send a Christmas gift, or you've planned far in advance to send someone a Christmas gift? Have you worked on that before?
I have done that before, and I have not been good at it in the last few years. And so I'm really, really glad we're talking about it, because I know that you're going to have a million ideas about how to set that up easily right now so that I don't have to worry about it. They're going to get something. They won't be forgotten. and I won't be scrambling on Christmas Eve going, oh gosh, oh gosh. And I also think that probably Linda's going to have some ideas because I know she is an expert on send out cards, and they have things that you can send out and set up way ahead of time. Same kind of deal.
You are so right. Yeah, when you said send out cards, that's exactly what I was thinking, and I was hoping she could share. So maybe she'll bounce back in, Sarah. Thank you. That's a really good point. And what kind of client gift do you like to send out to? Have you ever thought about that, like what you want to send out to your clients, Sarah?
You know, no. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, I think the traditional gifts of you know, sending them a card, sending them some chocolate, sending them something is way better than not sending them anything, obviously. But boy, wouldn't it be great to send them something that would make their life easier, make them really remember me versus everyone else, perhaps drum up some early in the year business or some last minute business in the holidays. Have it be something that really stands out and is fun and different versus just you know, another gift, which is still, again, better than nothing.
Absolutely. Carol, you're here, right? Oh, she's muted. Carol's muted. Well, Faith, are you muted, or can Carol?
Yeah, both of them are muted.
Okay, great. Hi, Phyllis. Carol.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And Phyllis, go ahead and mute yourself, okay, hon? Hey, Carol, can you talk in? Nope. I wanted to hear what Carol does. How about you, Faith? You have anything you like to pass to your clients every year?
I haven't really even thought about it. I've been just extremely busy, just in reactive mode right now. But in the past, I've done things for friends where I try to get something that is suitable to the situation that they have at the moment, because I think if you can be helpful in some way to them, either personally or professionally, it goes a longer way than if you were giving out the same thing to everybody, because then it becomes very impersonal.
That's a very good point, too. I agree with you 100%. If you have the opportunity to hand choose something for someone, then it really is very special. And Phyllis, I know you're in the business of providing really unique and fascinating gifts for people. We're talking about planning ahead. We are 3 months from the end of the year right now, everyone. And it's the time to really be thinking as an entrepreneur, how can I prepare for a time when people are not necessarily going to be thinking, hi Carol, people are not necessarily going to be thinking about ways to buy things from you. So I'm going to offer some ideas that I have too on what I've done in the past, and I want
about ways to buy things from you. So I'm going to offer some ideas that I have too on what I've done in the past, and I want to.
Oh, I can't hear her at all. That's funny.
So, yeah, Carol Ann needs to be muted because she's got the Hangout playing back over you right now. So we're here twice. Thank you, Carol Ann.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I mean, I was hearing you and you again, and that was too much, and I'm sure other people were too.
Yeah, I'm awesome, but I'm not awesome in stereo, right?
Especially with a lag between the A track and B track.
There you go. There you go. Well, I'm going to share with you a couple of ideas that I have for preparation for the end of the year, just to give everybody a jump start. Okay? So the first thing I like to do is I like to start with the end of the year in mind and work my way backward. I actually prefer to either send out a Welcome to the New Year card or a Happy Thanksgiving card, not Christmas. So Thanksgiving and New Year's are two ways to differentiate yourself from your client base or from your freelancer base. You might have freelancers who work for you and you want to remember them too. When you send them a Thanksgiving remembrance or a Happy New Year remembrance, it also doesn't conflict with any of the other holidays that come into play or religious holidays that come in, because we have a lot of those here on the East Coast. We're a very multicultural community, so I have a lot of different nationalities and religions and cultures here, so I try to fit a way to figure out how I can communicate with everyone. And I have found that postcards, which I have gotten through send-out cards and through other means, work really well as just a little how do you do remembrance. And actually, it's funny because Carol, being a real estate agent, and Amy Menrad being a real estate agent, they can really speak to this. Postcards are a biggie for realtors, insurance agents, and things like that. And it's just a great way to say, how do you do? How's it going? It's great to hear from you. And keeping people in mind. But also, this is the time of year when I would urge everyone to think backward from the end of the year till now. How much do you need to be earning? And what promotions and specials can you start offering to your clients if they purchase early? So I know a lot of times it's exactly what Faith was expressing, which is I am in reaction mode. I need to get things done. I have to be thinking of what happens, what do I do to respond today? But I want you to start thinking in terms of, okay, it's 3 months from now, and people are already, you know, they're doing their family thing. How can I get them to be buying from me? So what do you all think would be a great way to stay in touch with people? I personally like the idea of postcards and newsletters where I'm sharing a special offer. What do you think, Phyllis? I want to hear Phyllis's idea on this one because she has a great business. There she is.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
And I apologize for being late. What do I do for the end of the year? You know, I'm big on the customer appreciation all year long. So for the holidays, usually in November, I have a customer appreciation event. Because I have an image company, it's something that's usually pampering, fashion.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, I lost Phyllis again. Faith, you're there. What do you think is fun to do at the end of the year to keep yourself in front of your clients? Separating yourself from yourself, what would you do for your clients?
Well, I guess because I have my passion is dogs, so I try to do things that are dog related. So I guess I just am hoping that I can use some of the tips that I've got in order to help people with some of the situations they've got. And I can tell you firsthand, I feel like a novice starting all over again with my new pup. She's been a handful, and I feel like she's probably from some alien spaceship that they dropped into my lap because she's just a piece of work. She's very intelligent, and sometimes that's a two-edged sword. So I think anything that I can do to help people look at their animals in a different way is really, really helpful. I mean, I meet my neighbors, and some of them have a brand new dog, and they say, I've been trying to get this dog to heel, and she won't heel. And I've learned, even at this stage of the game, I've learned more just by starting all over with a new puppy about some of the things that I had forgotten or I did not learn in the past. So every day is a new learning adventure, and it's been great because it gives me more fuel as far as writing my tips and, you know, informing people about what to do with their animals.
That is fantastic. Actually, I had to scoot back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to distract everybody, but I wanted to show everybody Faith's book, which I have on my shelf, and I actually give out to new dog owners as well as, I love this as a gift. So this is a perfect thing that I want to show. This is a product rather than a service, and I'm going to come back and ask Sarah a question because she and I are service-based. But Faith, you have a product, a physical entity. So if there's a constant reminder of maybe a ribbon, like a Christmas ribbon, or something attached to the product, it really does reinforce the concept of that being a gift.
Right.
So may I add to that?
Yeah, Sarah, that'd be great. I'd love for you to jump in.
Because, you know, we were talking about trying to find unique ways to stay top of mind with our people at Christmas holidays when not only are we busy, but they're busy as well. Their lives are jammed up. I mean, everyone's is. We know that. And so when Faith is talking about what's going on with her and how much she loves dogs, and of course she's got this book, which is even better, but what if Faith puts together a little product for her clients? It's a 10-tip sheet or something about, you know, how to make sure your pets get through the holidays, in a great state of mind. You're not the only one that's stressed, so is your dog. Now she's got a unique gift that's in alignment with her, her own passions. It's a logical lead to buying my book, maybe, if you really want some more from me. It's a great little unique way to stay in contact with her people, and it's valid. It's true. And, that's exactly what we're trying to do, is find a way to stay top of mind, stick out, be different. And I think, that would be a really simple, easy way to do it versus going off and I don't know what, I mean, if she's a real estate agent, I'm assuming she might want to talk about sales at Christmas time or buying a house. And I'm sorry, but probably a lot of people are not interested in buying houses right at the holidays. But here's a gift you could give them that has real value. Just an idea.
How funny, Faith. Why don't you share with her what I'm thinking?
Yeah, funny you should say, but I do have a tip book, and we've been actually breaking it down to 1 tip a day or something like that. But you did stir something in my mind, and I thought I could write something that is very holiday related, and it could be really, really a short little tip sheet or even a mini book that tells people about some of the things they really need to think about over the holidays, because a lot of people they have their heart in the right place by saying, oh, maybe I can get my son or daughter a puppy for the holidays. Bad idea. And mainly because, like you said, everybody's stressed at that time. When you bring in a new animal into your environment, they become toys that are forgotten after the holidays. And the pet thinks that this is what they had experienced during the holidays was normal. So when all of a sudden everybody's gone back to work, back to school, and they're sitting alone going, what happened? And that's when they get into trouble. And that's when a lot of them end up in the pound. And we don't want that, so we want to make sure that people understand, especially people who are first-time pet owners, that you really need to have a better thinking pattern about this before you get a pet. If you want to get your kids a pet, think about it and just give them a little card that says, we're going to get you a pet after the new year.
I think that is brilliant. And actually, that's a really great lead-in. So, Sarah, your idea of a tip book and taking that in with Faith's idea, because Faith does have an amazing tip book that she gives as a free gift when you purchase her item, which is the other side of that, which is having a free gift with your item. But I love that specialty around the holiday gift giving and the spirit and the holiday time of year. I really love that, and I'm trying to think of ways to translate that for other markets and other products and other services. I can think of ways that I would do it for my own business as a marketing consultant, but you did bring up a good point, Sarah, which is for a realtor. What is it that a realtor can do during that time of year when I know for a fact that that homes look more beautiful when they're decorated for Christmas? So if I recall from some of my other clients, they've told me that they'll take beautiful pictures of their home during like autumn when the leaves are really in bloom, in multicolors, or they'll do Christmas pictures and things like that. So it's a good time to take pictures, but maybe it's not the best time to try to sell a house. That's kind of a challenge. So that really does bring up some good points. I see Phyllis is back. Is it possible that you could give us some ideas? She has an image business, and I would love to hear about ways that she stays in touch with her clients, if that's possible. Phyllis, are you there?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just went blank and my computer died, and I have plenty of power, so I apologize for that. Did you hear any of what I was saying before?
That you have an image business is what we heard, but nothing beyond that.
Okay, I was talking after my computer died. So anyway, I have an image business and some products that I rep, but I'm big on customer appreciation events 4 times a year. So especially during the holidays, I'll be planning one maybe for mid-November, because I have a big image event for business and beauty in the beginning of November. But I like 4 times a year to bring my clients together, show them that they're top of mind, and usually I have a wine and cheese or go to a restaurant My friend owns a wine shop, so we usually do a free tasting for everybody, and it's a way for them to connect. All my events are networking events, so that's what's in it for them, meeting new connections, plus thanking them for their service. While I was trying to get my computer booted up, I really liked the tip book that Carol was talking about, or was it Carol?
Faith.
Oh, I'm sorry, Faith.
Sarah. Mm-hmm.
Because I could actually do that with tips for dressing and accessorizing for the holidays. So I hadn't thought of that, and I always send out cards. I couldn't live without my postcards. So I think what I was saying before was I also love the tip that you said about sending out Thanksgiving cards or New Year's cards, and I usually offer a coupon.
Wow. Okay, so we have just gotten some great ideas. Sarah, are you recording all of these cool ideas? I see you writing. Are you writing these great ideas down?
I am, of course I am. And I think that all of them, when we can come up with an idea that's in alignment with our product and with what we're trying to build. And you were talking about real estate. Well, real estate, yeah, maybe you're not going to have a lot of sales during the holidays. But then again, somebody might have to, for whatever reason, sell a house at that time. It would be a nightmare probably for them. And if they knew that, hey, right here is Faith. She gave me all this great stuff about how to relieve stress in my family during the holiday around my animals. But she's right there. I just got that thing from her, and maybe she's good at that. Or she could, of course, put something on the bottom. Just because it's the holidays does not mean you might not need a real estate expert. And don't forget me when that happens, because I can help you get through it. All of this is about lowering the stress level. In my opinion, if we can help people to remember that we helped them make the holidays better. Because we all have these ideas about, well, I believe we do, but perhaps we don't. Ideas of, the holiday parties, and we're all going to get along, we're going to look great, it's going to be really fun, we're going to have great gifts, we're not going to gain 20 pounds, all of those things going into it, and then sometimes it becomes a really stressful time. And then for those of us that are entrepreneurs, we come out of it, and we're not even making any money because we've been too busy partying or, just getting through the couple of months. What I'm hearing a lot of is, for all of your ideas, doing something in November. Sending out a card in November, having a wine and cheese in November. And so I would suggest that we take it as a challenge for all of us when we come back perhaps next week. We talk about what are we doing in November? Now that we've realized or been reminded, yay, by Julia, that the holidays are here, or they might as well be in terms of planning and making sure we take advantage of it and come out of it with sales instead of come out of it broke. What can we all be doing in November to make a really good contact with our customers, to remind them who we are and what we do, and to give them some kind of service that's going to lower their stress so that they have fabulous holidays, not just another piece of mail in their mailbox. And remember us.
That's absolutely amazing. I think everyone has provided us with some phenomenal ideas. Just as a quick recap, I want to go through a couple of the ideas. The point today is to be thinking about 3 months ahead so that
Thank you.
So that we can think 3 months ahead and work our way backwards so that we're not broke during that time. I do want to throw one little thing out there. The reason this is also so important is because it comes back to what could we be doing on Saturdays and Sundays? What could we be doing 2 months from now? It shouldn't just be the focus of the end of the year and the focus for the holiday season, but I want us all to be thinking about what we are doing goal setting week to week. This is just a bigger picture idea and a bigger picture item for us all to be thinking about 3 months from now. So a couple of ideas, and you may need some assistance, and if you do need assistance, there are plenty of us here who can offer and provide support. But we talked about a tip booklet. We talked about a download PDF idea. I don't know if that was coming through, but that's what Faith has. Hers is actually a wonderful 101, I'm sorry, it's 151, right? Oh, she's got Dana with her. I muted her, but she's got the puppy with her. But it's a tip booklet that can be downloaded and provided as a free gift, so I want to give that idea. Tip book, free download, coupons, You can do a newsletter. There's a free newsletter service called MailChimp. You could use MailChimp to create a newsletter for your clients and offer coupons. I absolutely love Phyllis's idea of having some sort of a networking event, maybe teaming up with a local wine and cheese shop or restaurant. You're really doing maximum duty there by networking like crazy. That's also what Sarah does with her meetup group. Send out cards is a phenomenal tool, and that's lindakaye, who unfortunately isn't with us. I love the idea of mailing out a holiday card that's in an off-holiday time in preparation. And something that I do quite often is I offer free products with purchase. So for me, I offer free time with purchase or free additional support with purchase, and we offer that. Once again, I want to wrap up and thank absolutely everyone who has been on our call today. This is so exciting to see how we're growing, we're getting larger, we're getting bigger every week. We have this wonderful Monday momentum. We also meet on Fridays. If you would like to join us on Fridays, our calls are a little bit longer, a little bit more instructional. Sarah, I'd like to have you do a send-off, and then we're going to do a wrap-up with me, if you just kick it back to me.
Well, I just want to remind you all that, you know, when you're an entrepreneur, and perhaps just plain being a human being, we're dancing all the time between short-term focus, very narrow, what am I doing today, what do I got to get done today, and there my head is down because I've got my nose to the grindstone, and the bigger picture. And, you know, if today, what she's reminding us of is the bigger picture. Hey, there's 3 months till the holidays are really wham bam, just about over, actually. And how's that going to go for you? And what are you going to do to make sure that when you come flying into January 1st, you're set and you've made sales and your customers are happy and you're not playing scramble and playing catch up? And that is something we have to always go back and forth between the daily work and the big picture. And so don't forget it. Obviously, you've planned for it on some level some of the time, but maybe today is a good day to remind yourself that, oh yeah, what am I going to be doing next week, next month, next year, and especially the holiday time. So back to you, Julia.
Absolutely. I want to thank all of the guests who joined us today. Bruce popped in at the end. Faith, who I hope will be coming on again and be our guest. We talked about that. Carol Little, who is also on the East Coast with me out here, and Phyllis, who is in the middle of the country. We have got the entire country from Maryland to California, New Hampshire. We've got everywhere covered this week. It's fantastic. I just want to thank everyone for joining us. Every single week you can find us at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern on makesomemoneyhoney.com. Look for the big orange button to click and join, or you can go to ceospacewest.com and click live events. You can also watch the replay to hear our discussions and learn about our tips. We have a very abbreviated meeting every Monday morning. We're only here for 30 minutes. But on Fridays, we have a significantly longer group and a longer time and a bigger group. So if you'd like to join us for that, please contact me at makesomemoneyhoney. I'm Julia Flynn-Werre, and I thank you so much for joining us this week. We'll be back again on Monday to talk about more ways to keep the momentum in your business going. Thanks so much, and have a great week.
Have a great week.